Okay, let's look at the column detail section that is showing up on sheet A2. And I've popped me a wall section cutting plane here, not a building section, but a wall section cutting plane right through the center of this footing because this is the one I had a base plate and some rebar in. And adjust the crop region, okay, so that you got the first floor and then down below the footing there a little bit. And I popped the cutout in here to divide it. Took out a break in the middle and kind of adjusted my sizes. Made it a 3/4 inch scale. And like we did with the other um, wall section, go ahead and pop it into your plan so you can see kind of how you need to space it out right here and move things together. Anyway, okay, so I got that done. You'll have to hide a number of objects here, the floors and the walls and things up on the first floor. So you'll have to, physically hide those things. And then, like with the others, I turned off levels and grids and reference planes and just, turned some things off. Okay, I guess the notes are easy for you. The base plate shows up okay, but the anchor bolts don't show up very well at all. So I just pulled in a detail item anchor bolt, and they're 1/2 inch by 6 inch. It's not a wedge anchor, and I couldn't find a good wedge anchor download that I could use in a detail component. There was one in Revit City, but it was a 3/8 diameter, and I didn't feel like going to the effort of editing it. So I popped this in. This is not a detail, the actual thing. Anyway, but it is a bolt. The rebar is showing up, so you shouldn't have to detail the rebar. And if you wanted to, you could, I guess. Anyway, so okay, so I added some fill regions here with the gravel fill, and soil at the bottom. Put my brake lines in, okay, in all my views there. The 2x4, or not 2x4, 2x6 section detail there. Okay, and then notes. Um, you can deal with the notes. Okay, now for the welding symbol, what you do is come over here and annotate, and you'll go to symbol, and you'll have to load family. And what you're going to do is you're going to load the weld symbol family, and it's in. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so it was in annotations and structural and weld symbol right there. You're going to load that. And the one you want to place is the weld symbol bottom. So that's the one that you want to bring in here. And you guys, unless you've taken some of the mechanical classes, you're not going to be familiar with these. But so I'm going to walk you through what you're going to do right here. So um, what we're going to do is right here, we're going to say tail note visible. We're going to check that. And then I'm going to type in here for the tail note, column to plate. Okay, because, well, with this set of drawings and the notes, we don't have a top plate up here at the top. We only have a bottom plate that's welded. Okay. Um, the pipe itself is actually welded to there. But anyway, I'm just rambling. Okay, so do column to plate. Um, we're going to add the weld all around symbol and the field weld symbol. So we're going to click both of those, okay, and leave at size and length, there's a 0 in there to start with. So if you'll click in that field and hit your space bar or delete so that it comes up empty, that's what these little question marks are right here. It would put in a size, but we're using a note, just a text note below it, okay, to put our information in. And I think I need one more row of info there. Anyway, and to get the arrowhead, I just started the text with a leader. I just did text with a leader and then just escaped out of it with the text, okay? And that gives me a leader arrowhead with no text. Okay, and so that'll work for that. And then bring it in here. Okay, this is just a text box. You could do it in Word and do a legend if you want to, or you can just type it in right here. Either way. Now, this is a little more complicated because we've got a schedule here of general information that is not tagged in our model. So we have to actually manually create this schedule. And it's kind of difficult to do in Revit because there's no such thing as a blank generic schedule. And you can't do tables or spreadsheets in Revit. So the easiest way that I have found to do this is to go to Microsoft Word, start you a new document, and change the orientation to landscape. And you do that here in page layout, change the orientation over to landscape. Okay, insert a table, and you can click the little bars and buttons, okay, and get it. I think it's 7 wide, 6 down, okay. Here you select in all of these cells and right click, and what you're doing is you're going to merge all of these cells together. Now then, our font, we're going to use this city blueprint font for the header because that's what we've been using in our drawings. And it should be in your Microsoft Word. I know it is on the lab computers. It is in my computer. But anyway, that's what we're using, City Blueprint. Now then, we're going to do this thing life size, the size that we want it, and then we're going to create a image of it, a JPEG, and then we're going to insert that image into our drawing. So what size do we need to make our text, our font? So if I go to good old Google and I typed in font height 2 inches, and then that brings up this little calculator deal where I can either put in my font size or I can put in the inch I want. Okay, and a 1/4 inch is going to be at size 18 font. 1/4 inch, that'd be our header. Our other was 3/32 inch, which is a 6.75. That didn't work very well when I tried to put that into Microsoft Word. So I used the font size 7 down here, okay? And so all of your table and body should be an Arial font with a size 7, okay? Type your information in, adjust the width of the columns by doing this right here and click and drag it back and forth so it looks right. You may have to adjust the overall size of it over, get these columns the right size, and then drag your overall size back so it looks like that. Then you'll notice you've been working on your table, you've got the little pop-up right there for the table. So come outside or below the table, click, hit enter a couple of times so you can get a cursor down away from it, and that disappears. Then do a screen capture, just with the little bit of information in there. Save it, then come back into Revit and go insert image, and then bring your footing schedule in right there and get it, get it organized and lined up and sized up. And then that should look pretty good for that. I think that's everything on this one. I will look and then come back with another video. If you got questions, shoot us an email. Come see us, okay?